Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.
And we're live, bros. How goes it?
We're live. How you doing?
Oh,
Hey!
That sounds good.
Sexy voice. This is a good mic, huh?
It is a good mic.
Thank you. How are you?
With a voice like that, you got to call it Michael.
Oh, what's up? This is a Michael. It's so close to my mouth, too. Does this look weird?
Yeah, but it sounds good, which
All right, I'll
is
stop.
even weirder. Anyway, how goes it, bro?
It goes. How are you?
I'm well. I'm actually excited because I have one of my favorite platforms on the podcast today, Nefty Blocks. How goes it? We have Jose and Juan. Thanks for joining us.
I saw this and I freaked out a little
Thanks
bit.
for having us, man.
I peed a little bit when I saw this.
So I like to, because I do this every day, practically every day, and I etch and sketch a lot of the times on purpose, and I didn't know that it was going to be you on the show till like a half hour ago, and me and Nathan got super excited, because we've both been playing with Nefty Blocks, and yeah, it's just increased the quality of me as an NFT creator's experience by like 10x minimum, bro. Like the quality of like the experience quality is just so much. So I want to say thank you, as somebody who uses the platform. Nefty Blocks is amazing. And I guess we'll start with whoever, I guess you want to play rock, paper, scissors. Who wants to introduce themselves first and maybe let us know a little bit about Nefty Blocks?
Yeah, I'll let Juan do it.
Aw.
Okay, I'll start then. Well, yes, I'm Juan. I'm one of the co-founders of Nefty Blocks with Jose. And yeah, Nefty Blocks, basically it's about making life for artists and collection owners easier. That's basically what we strive
Nailed
for.
it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah, you guys are killing the game right now. What inspired this other than just your desire to help artists? Is there, like, what's your background? Is there anything that...
Yeah, how much money are you guys making from this?
Yeah, are you guys fucking loaded right now?
No, not yet.
No?
But
Because
yeah,
it doesn't cost me anything to use Nefty Blocks, so it can't be the money, bro. Like, it
That's
works
true.
so good. I'm not lying. I'd pay for it. I would be paying for this features and I would. But
Yeah.
you keep giving me stuff for free. So yeah, like what Nathan said, like what inspired, you guys to do this?
Yeah, well, if you see the logo on the other side, it's Alpaca Awards. That's a collection we started in January. And when we started, we felt like it was extremely hard to create a collection and create NFTs on top of the Wax blockchain. So we said that there has to be something easier, something friendlier, and we could not find it. So as we have both a background in IT software development, we decided to start with the platform. We started by creating some scripts to make our lives easier, and yeah, we started evolving those scripts to what is now Nifty Blocks.
Damn.
So you didn't. You're like, all right. So we have this thing. It needs something else. Oh, that other thing sucks. Let's build that too. Is there anything else that you are looking at? Kind of, you know. I guess the only other thing, I guess, would be like sort of that nifty market, right? Is that sort of something in the works, or what else is in the roadmap for you guys to build out yourselves? Have you thought about taking any other challenges on?
Well,
Yeah, we have many
yep,
challenges ahead. Like, yeah, at the moment, we are working on the pre-minted packs. Actually, yesterday we released the first packs with pre-minted, and that was with Luminaya Crypto.
Oh, and congratulations.
Yeah, everything went well. Everything sold out and everything. And right now we are working on making better blends, because you have a blenderizer that is part of the Nifty Blocks platform, was developed by another person, and we're using the contract. But now we want to do a better one, so you can have more dynamics. You could have probabilities. You could have different results. So that's what we're working on. Then we also eventually want to create be a marketplace, so we can also have all the secondary market for the collection owners on Nifty Blocks, and it will be easier for the end users to reach out to everything that the collection has. That's one of the things that we aim. Like, if you're a user and you're following a collection, that you have everything from the collection in the same place. You don't have to go to multiple places to do everything. So yeah, that's
3D in the chat said Blendwork Packonomics. Nice.
Packonomics.
Packonomics.
That's
that should be coined. 3D in the chat.
Jeez.
TM that, throw it to Webster, and let them add that to the dictionary, because we need new words. And yeah,
it could apply to different stuff too.
That's true. Yeah.
If you just picked up the pack, you got the Packonomics. You're slanging packs. I don't know. Packonomics. It'd be a good album name.
So we have actual vocabulary and slang. New slang coming soon.
Absolutely. We do it all here. That's what people need to know. And so does Nifty Blocks. They do everything.
Yeah, I use it every day now for my drops. I actually wanted to migrate away from the atomic drops to Nifty drops and get more involved with like the packs and stuff. And I'm working with an artist or two on some pack-like things, and all that's coming after, Shitcoin 2021.
Sprinkle it in.
Yeah, exactly. So I just posted a link to the Alpaca Worlds. Let's dive into that a little bit, because they are cute as hell, and I love the fact that it's a community-driven project. So exactly how do you utilize the Wax blockchain with these Alpaca World NFTs?
Well, basically, it's a regular collection. But what we do is that we all the decisions that we make are made with the community. We do everything with them. So, for example, when everything started with Alpaca Awards, Tupaca, which is the main character, comes from Peru, and he came down of the Andes in search for Apu's daughter. Apu is the god of the mountains in Peru, and
okay.
And then we started first with the community, and we asked, okay, where should we go first to find Apu's daughter? And everybody said, okay, let's go to Rio, let's go to Brazil. But then when the character arrived to the airport, he realized, fuck, I don't have a name. So we started with the community. Okay, how should we name the character? And we had a giveaway to name the character and so on. And yeah, we went then to Brazil. After that, we went to India. And now on Tuesday, we will release our first hybrid packs using Nifty blocks. And Tupaca is going to Italy, where which was also a community decision, and that's where we are now with Alpaca Words.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. It almost seems like it's kind of set up to go into like a more decentralized route. Like, you know, have you considered creating a DAO and letting the community actually kind of run it without like that centralized governance on top?
Yeah, I love a good DAO. Please tell me.
Well, that would be an amazing thing to do, but we are not there yet because, well, basically the problem we have is that we have to do Nifty blocks and Alpaca Words, and now both are competing for our time.
That's true.
Yes.
It's the problem with creating two things that are awesome, because now you have to nurture both of those, and you know, that's a good problem to have, I would say.
Yeah, but you know, right now I think that we will go the DAO way. But I think that will happen first for Nifty blocks.
Oh wow, how would that work out? What? Yeah, how do you see that playing out? Nifty blocks as a DAO.
Well, what we will have is that in the upcoming weeks, well, maybe even less than a week. Well, I let's say in the upcoming weeks, we want to release a token, which will be the governance token, and we want to also to involve the community.
Oh, shut up and take my wax, bro. Just take my wax.
Let's just do this.
You're obviously going to be using the EOS blockchain with like wax tokens and stuff, right?
Yeah, we're definitely building on top of the wax blockchain, and yeah,
he scheduled a podcast with me to take all my money. No, but that is awesome, man. That is really awesome. So, what kind of like, I guess, you know, benefits would you see for people that were providing liquidity or holding some of those DAO tokens, and what kind of like, you know, benefits do those people have other than the people that don't?
Yeah, well, first for collection owners, what will mean is that you can start requesting features, and you will be able to vote on features to prioritize what we develop next. So basically, all the development effort of Nifty blocks will be driven by the community, by the DAO, by people who's staking their wax or the token we create or whatever into this DAO. So that's part one.
Now. That is insane, man. That's great. Okay, all right. Part one. What's part two?
Yeah, I'm kind of flabbergasted.
Is the thing is that we also, well, as Jose mentioned previously, we want to create also a marketplace, and we should something we want to do is we want to reward the community. If you use the platform, you should also get something back. So if you hold this token, you might get discounts, you might get rewards back, and so on. So we are thinking about a lot of things that we want to implement for Nifty blocks.
So would it be possible for the DAO to put in a proposal to rebrand and change the name of the project
to Ken Blocks, Kenny Blocks?
Well, if you stake enough amount of tokens, why not?
So I don't have to stake a certain amount. I just have to convince all the people that are staking it to agree with me.
That's also true. That's also true.
I've always thought about like personal gamified reward-based sort of like buying votes like politicians do all fucking ready. You know, like if you're voting on the blockchain and I can see that you voted yes on my proposal, I can send you an airdrop of an NFT that's backed by Wax. Therefore, essentially paying you for your fucking vote. And over time, if I continue to do that, it starts to have credibility in the fact that I will pay you for your vote.
Yeah, that can happen indeed.
All right, just wanted to see. All right, so Bozak blocks coming soon.
Oh, Blocks. Bow blocks.
bro blocks.
Broad blocks. Like roadblocks.
Oh, roadblocks. See,
Broad blocks.
this is where the brainstorming leads, guys.
Synergy, man. We just made a brain baby together.
3D said the Biden effect.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is a creepy little effect, but
I'll give you all stimulus checks. Vote for me.
I'll stimulate you.
No, I love that. So, like that, and I sort of bring that up as to think of like where obviously becoming a DAO is always that potential too much of a good thing, right? Like I joke around about rebranding, but that is some of the potential that DAOs could actually have weigh on projects over time that people don't really think about sometimes. And I know that we could see people vote on cool features and things like that, but we could also see like what happens when trolls decide to be like Robinhood, GameStop, stonk buyers, and they just want to troll people with all their money.
Yeah, we're in the age of rich ass trolls. You got to remember that.
Yeah, maybe that's something we didn't thought about thoroughly yet, but yeah, something to consider indeed.
Yes, something still needs to be tweaked.
Always
Yeah.
consider mischief as a potential.
Yeah.
People are just like a lot of people are out there having fun. There's a lot of people that have gotten rich in crypto that have nothing to do, that are like just on the computer all day and they're just having a shit ton of fun with life. So it's like, I don't know. They're just messing around usually. And in some ways it's awesome, but as a platform, you actually have to be careful just because people love to have a good time.
Actually, I'm curious as a platform like Nifty Blocks, how do you go about, or is there any preventative measures for, you know, going and blocking people from doing counterfeit art drops or anything like that? When, yeah, I know it's not like, you know, in action right now, but I'm just curious if it's possible to use like some kind of like Google reverse image search throughout the APIs on like Atomic Hub, NFT Hive, and the Wax Stash, those marketplaces, to see if somebody's trying to repost that art as another drop that's not original, and potentially be able to stop me from like doing a Nifty Blocks drop with art that I didn't necessarily like own.
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, we haven't thought about doing like a reverse image search or anything like that, but yeah, I think it's a good idea to start exploring. And in the end, what we use is we use the same information Atomic has. So if you're whitelisted, then you can use the platform. And yeah, if you still want to use the platform and are not yet whitelisted, you can contact us and we check, at least we do some verification ourselves, and then we allow you if that is yeah, according to the rules. But those are like very small exceptions, and in the end we're trying to use all the standards that are being set right now. So that's how it's working.
It's interesting.
I only mentioned...
I think everybody's wondering though, like, would everybody's thinking who would win in a fight, an alpaca or a donkey? Do you guys have insight on that?
My money's on the alpaca, but do go on.
Yeah, seriously, I want to get your opinions because you're smart fellows. Like, you're way smarter than us. So, what do you think?
You know, alpacas are fluffy, so I think they can take a punch.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good point. I did not think about the fluffiness.
Yeah, man, they're padded up, bro.
Pretty padded up. Have you ever been headbutted by an alpaca? Anyone?
No.
What's the most violent thing you've seen from an alpaca?
Just spitting.
Yeah.
Spitting.
Just like
Yeah,
llamas.
Yeah, just like llamas, but I think that the llamas are better at speeding than alpacas.
Probably. I don't want to get spit on by any animal.
So, is there going to be like an alpaca worlds versus upland, since they have like the llamas battle?
Believe it or not, I was kind of like thinking about that all of a sudden too.
That's what you made me think about it when you said it.
I
I
just
was like,
walked into it.
wow, I want to see some kind of competition here now, because it just seems like it would be like a good celebrity like death match kind of a thing.
It might be a good collaboration, weird collaboration.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
exactly.
Yeah,
I keep trying to convince them to change their name from Upland to Llama Land. It makes no sense. Just rebrand.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna
Upland's a
not.
horrible name.
It's so dumb. Llama Land.
Horrible.
Alpaca
Change your
World.
name.
So
Ugh.
much better, right? What if it was called Downland
Downland.
or
Ooh.
Downworld or so? You know, no, Alpaca World. So much better.
Upland. It does sound bizarre. Change it.
Oh, and what I mentioned earlier about the like sort of like the reverse image or whatever was, I think there was a recent like whitelisted or even verified account that did some like rug pull recently or something like that. That I saw the community kind of going off about it this morning. I haven't had a chance to really look into it. I just saw like a bunch of people posting that some project made like $1 million and just like was.
They're always
whitelisted
pissed
and
off, so I didn't really pay attention.
pieced
What
out.
definitely what happened?
Just wondering, like, damn, there should be ways that we can do this, like, so just curious, like, about the reverse image search API type crap, just because I'm always thinking of ways to prevent, like, these bad actors from ruining all our fun.
yeah.
But I don't think that's the responsibility of, you guys to have to bear that, unfortunately. You make a cool tool, bad people are going to use cool tools to do bad things. That's just the way it rolls. What I wanted to ask though was, have people not fully utilized Nifty Blocks to its potential that you would from the inside, right? Like, have you saw people playing with it and go, wow, they should have done it like this or could have done it differently? Or anything, because I feel like there's people that are using this, but since you have created, maybe know of a different I wouldn't say game, a strategy to use Nifty Blocks that people may not have put into action yet.
To be honest, I think the people has been really using the tool in the correct way. Like, we release the tutorials and they ask a couple of questions and they're ready to go. So, like, for example, we released the drops and you can have pre-minted drops, and people started using them and they configure it. They do it quickly, and then you have a better way of distributing the mint numbers, because it's not only the first one that will get number one, it's completely random. And then the blends, the people are using the blends a lot, and they rebranded their sites. You can see amazing things that the collection owners have done with just changing colors and some logos. So I think they have been using it pretty well.
I just found out that I could use your NFT, his NFT, and my NFT in blending, and I don't have to actually control the collections of the assets in the recipe. So that's the one thing I was kind of thinking that I haven't really seen people use too much of, was like having assets that they don't necessarily own or have created, but have it be part of the recipes that they put out in blending.
Yeah, that is actually possible by the contract, but on Nifty Blocks you cannot configure it with multiple collections because we wanted to keep it simple. But if you interact with the contract directly, you can do it, and it's not a complicated contract to use. But it's some of the sort of things that you can do, and it's kind of weird, in my opinion, because you could say, I want to reduce the supply of this NFT that I don't own, and then I put it as an ingredient, and then you're kind of affecting another collection. Maybe you shouldn't be doing that. So I think that's a weird decision on that contract.
Are we creating digital chefs, really, at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's what it feels like, man. People are cooking up real recipes out there, man. I feel you a little bit on that, Jose. I don't know, though. I mean, that's the whole point of decentralization, right? Like, if it's non-burnable, then by all means, that prevents it from being used in the recipes. But if it is a burnable asset, then I mean, I don't see why not. Obviously, if the contracts weren't kind of like pre-written, it would still be possible. It would just be less convenient for people that wouldn't know how to write that, contract out themselves. But I could see how it could be, again, used in the wrong way. but I think that it's also something that can be very beneficial, especially to new and up and coming small collectors. Like imagine a small mom and pop pizza store down the street. If they decided to accept the coupons for the major franchise pizza stores as redeemable for their store, if I lived closer to that local business and I had a coupon for a franchise that was farther away, if it was redeemable at that local business, I might go and do business now with that small business with something from a bigger, corporation. So I kind of look at the NFT side of it that way, where it's like, you might be able to capitalize from a huge audience, a huge collection, just starting out by saying, if you burn this Blockchain Hero NFT, I'll give you one of my NFTs.
Yeah, and it also opens the possibility for collaborations. Yeah, we did a blend ourselves with another collection, and we had ingredients from both, and then the result was in our own collection. But yeah, that opens, of course, that possibility. So yeah, what you're saying about having it decentralized, it makes sense. Like, yeah, if you don't want it to be burned, then just don't make it burnable. Yeah, in that case, you're right.
Something we should change.
That would be awesome. I mean, I would definitely use it more. I haven't done it myself, but I've walked people through it a few times because it isn't something that's really available on Nifty blocks. But like you said, if you interact with the contracts, it's feasible. And I pitch it pretty much in the way I just spoke about it. It's just a really good way to kind of cross-pollinate collections, even without permission. It's permissionless collaboration. I can collaborate with whoever the hell I want, and you have nothing that you can do about it. And I like that a lot. I like that, I can't, God, please somebody in the chat tell me who was it that rug pulled. I can't remember the name, but I know people are upset. But that collection that's out there, there's assets, there's metadata. Some developer could create something for that without their permission. Now, those people that have those NFTs that have been pretty much scammed, well, somebody could create something, and now it's no longer really a scam. It's a permissionless acquisition, almost. Oh, Waxtory? Is that what it was called? Waxtory? Yeah, I didn't know what the name of it. I just saw...
Waxtory.
Yeah.
What do they do? What is it like? What is it about?
I don't even know, man. I didn't get a chance to look into it. All I heard was like $1 million plus rug pull, and I tried to warn people about NFT projects using this as an ICO, eventually rug pulling. We'll sell you these in-game assets, and eventually there will be a game, and there won't always be a game.
Yeah. I think that's really bad for all the community and for the blockchain credibility in general.
I agree with you. It's not good. It's not a good look.
No, not good.
I think this has been an issue in this industry for a long time, and people get into it and figure it out. Like, they hear the history, all this stuff, and it makes people very uncomfortable, very uneasy, like from the start. That's like another thing that's actually hampering mass adoption of this tech, is the fact that it's so scammy and so just there's just such a history of this shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I like the whole concept of Nifty blocks going as a DAO, because having the tokenomics there for the platform kind of mitigates that potential, because now the community runs it. Yeah,
it feels safe, and you trust. I mean, it's as long as you trust your community, you can trust the process and you trust the platform. That's the good thing about it. So then it's just about keeping the community secure and inspiring the right values, I guess, in some ways, wherever those are.
Smart Digital Payments just did a $5 super chat, so you know what that means, and said,
hey,
love what Nifty blocks are doing. And I do too, man. I'm actually a huge fan. I don't know, man. I thank you guys every day, probably 5 times a day without directly DMing you, but I praise you because I have to do at least 5 drops every day. And the way I had to do it before Nifty blocks was in my life, it took hours. Now it takes minutes. And again, I would have paid for all of this. You guys should have just put a fucking sign up feature or something, a donation button on the website. I don't know. But I really do love what you guys are doing. And Smart Digital Payments, thanks for the $5 super chat. This one's for you.
This one's for you, Mike. And yeah, this makes it easy. Like your grandma could create NFTs all of a sudden. It's pretty cool.
That was the idea.
That's the idea, right? You want everybody
Yeah.
to be able to use this stuff. So are you guys changing the world in your opinion?
I think
Well,
we're
I don't know if
making life easier, at least for some people. And that's
I wanted to ask a grandiose question.
Great question.
Grandiose. No,
Definitely
but
making it
seriously,
easier.
did you guys expect this kind of success though? I mean, I think it's kind of impressive.
Oh, somebody 3D in the chat actually just had a really good suggestion, and I
Tell me.
like that. You should offer a paid option for unverified or non-whitelisted accounts, and then have them go through your own whitelist process after they've paid. So maybe only accept credit cards for that, so you could use that as a form of know your customer. So you could do
Ooh.
a KYC
Mhm.
at that credit card level. So when people pay you, that's a form of KYC, which gets them technically whitelisted through Nifty blocks. And people would pay for that.
For shizzle.
That's not a bad idea. We would need to verify if that's really the way to do the KYC. But indeed, if that happens, then yeah, that can be a good option.
Yeah, that was a good idea, 3D. Thanks for that in the chat. See, this is why the chat's
Yeah.
awesome, man. If you
You
guys
should
have
get
any
a little
questions or
commission for
anything,
that.
go ahead and throw them away here in the comments. I'll pick them up as I go along. But
Yeah, that's good because a lot of people out there use this stuff that are watching, so it's good to get those questions. I think.
Yeah, and we like the feedback. We like a lot when people suggest things. And if you go to our Telegram channel, you can see a lot of people suggesting stuff. And then, yeah, all of a
I
sudden
don't know if
you
I
see it
have
on the
like
site.
a suggestion as much as I have a request, and I'm going to do this kind of live for the audience to see. So if you go to niftyblocks.com and you log in, you're whitelisted, you can do that. You have your collections. You can go over to there's drops. So there's the Nifty drops and atomic drops. I have right now. I'm still stuck on my atomic drops ways, but I am going to move completely over to the Nifty drops just because I really like the more personalized profile type web layout that you have for when I create these drops and packs and everything on Nifty. I have what looks like my own website instead of like Atomic Hub's website with my stuff on it. So I really like that level of customization, personalization. But for the atomic drops, this is where I go and then create a new drop. If you look down here under pricing, you have it so convenient for people to use Wax, even do a free drop. And you also have supported Dust. I'm curious, is it possible to see A Ether from Our Planet or Trillium from Alien Worlds as supported currencies under pricing, so I can sell some of my NFTs specifically for other currencies other than Wax, just like Dust?
Yes, that would be something we can easily implement. And if one of the collections asks us, I want to sell using Ether, yeah, then we can do that.
Fuck yeah, bro. So is that something that they would have to pay for, or can we just ask really nicely because they're cheap and the community really wants it?
Cheap and we want it. Come on, please.
That's what I'm getting at, because I get it. There's always work that needs to get done, but these
Yeah.
communities really,
We're cheap, but we love you. Add a donation option. I think a lot of people in the community would donate.
we would
too, because-
donate A Ether
Yeah.
to get A Ether
No,
listed.
for sure.
That's something that we can easily add. The only restriction there is that we can easily do that for Nifty drops, not for Atomic, but for Nifty we can implement that
Oh,
really
that'd be
quickly.
perfect. Do you know how many more people would opt out of Atomic Drops and start opting into Nifty? You know how many people are on Alien Worlds? Think about this. Think about it. How many players does Alien Worlds have right now? And if they could
Yeah.
use that in-game currency to buy NFTs to and from each other, there would only be Nifty Blocks drops. There wouldn't be any more Atomic Drops. Think about the numbers game there.
Drop that nifty bomb on it, Tom.
Yeah, I got some
Drops.
trillium from my mining in my world, and I just, yeah, man, it would just, I love using dust. I do it at least once a month, and Nifty Blocks makes it so convenient for me to just do a drop in dust, which is just essentially a different currency. You know, I could use wax or dust, and that's, yeah, it would be really cool to see, you know, A Ether or Trillium listed as well. You know, just because I know the amount of players that those platforms have, and to give more utility to those tokens, I think people would probably stop spending their wax, because hodl that, and then they could spend their in-game currencies on other things. It would be almost like using your Chuck E. Cheese tokens at that point, right? Like to buy NFTs from each other.
True. Yeah, that's something we could really consider in the near future.
All right, guys.
But I think that Jose is not saying a lot about that, and he should, because he's the one who will implement it.
Is it too much work, bro? Or is it as easy as Juan's making it out to sound like?
He's like, stop all these suggestions.
Right. He's like, damn, do you guys know how hard I'm going to have to work the rest of this year now?
They're amazing ideas, but damn, bro.
Yeah, I've been working 36 hours a day, and yeah, I think we can.
Oh my god,
That's a lot of hours.
that almost came out of my nose, bro.
You gotta teach me
He
that
said
trick.
36 hours a day. I was like, quick math.
I'm stuck at like 20 somehow.
Bro, that's hilarious, man. No, I dig it, dude. And the proof of work is paying off. Obviously, you know, Nifty is constantly, you know, increasing in quality, and I think the Alpaca Worlds, again, you guys are pretty aggressively evolving because of the community engagement. So it's not static enough to not constantly being worked on. So I could see how it could be very consuming.
Yeah.
That's why I suggested the DAO, you know, in a way, because it would at least give you a little more time for one, if you could give the community more time on the other by DAOing. And I think you said Nifty Blocks would DAO probably before the Alpaca Worlds.
Yeah, indeed.
It definitely has a better tokenomics potential there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you predict a lot of these kind of platforms DAOing out?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I don't know, because I don't know if people are really ready to give up on control, because that's what really happens when you start having
But
a
do you
DAO.
really even have any control? If I could get like a couple of my friends to tweet some shit, and now Sonic the Hedgehog in a few months looks like a totally different Sonic the Hedgehog than what you wanted, because we told you change that Sonic the Hedgehog? Did you really even have any control? Like, cancel culture took over, bro. Community, you've already, you know?
Yeah,
Bro,
and on
immunity.
the other hand, if I think I have control, I will be building things that the community might not like and might not want. So it doesn't make sense. I think it's way smarter to allow the community to dictate the direction of the project.
Good point.
Yep.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that you can foster the values that you like in the community, or that you actually have to just like let go and see where it goes?
Well, that's a tough question, but I think there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance there.
Yeah.
The only way to find the line is to cross it and take a step back when you figure that out.
Love it.
Yeah.
And books are for dead people. That's another Kinbo saying. I'll never forget it.
It's so good it doesn't need to make sense.
It's so good. Any like crazy stuff coming out that you guys want to talk about that you can like kind of give us a little hint on, or no? I know a lot of platforms have like these giant things they're working on, but are you guys just focused on maintaining and building out what you currently have?
Yeah, we have a lot of things in mind, and it's yeah, at the moment we want to make Nifty Blocks better, but we also want to release other gaming mechanics, and yeah, we have a lot of ideas, but yeah, we like the time sometimes.
Well,
and
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
also
go
the
ahead.
one who talks more. So and sometimes I talk more than what I should. But yeah, we recently we hired an artist, so we have a really good artist full-time working with us, and we are also working on a new collection that will have a lot of gaming mechanics, as Jose mentioned.
Nice. And
And
having a
yeah.
good artist can change your life, right?
Yes, and we also have some collaborations with other artists that we plan to release soon as different collections. So there's a lot of things going on our side. I think the 36 hours that Jose mentioned are really needed to achieve what we need, what we want.
It's paying off, but it shows. You provide a lot of value to the community with your platform already, and everything's happened so quickly too. Usually, platforms that seem to develop like this don't go so well because they're moving too fast. But you guys must really have a pretty firm understanding of what you're doing. Are there any challenges that you're facing now or have faced that threw you off a little bit?
Yeah, some of the challenges, of course, is the resources that you have on Wax. Like, yeah,
Yes.
we started implementing also the paying the CPU for some drops and also for some our pack openings that we released yesterday, for example. Yeah, those were paid by us, the CPU, and also the APIs that we have access to. We need to start implementing our own infrastructure because there's a huge spike. Then you see the APIs going down or the Atomic API. And if we're using the ones that are publicly available, then it's more unpredictable. So that's one of the things.
We see that happen every single day at this point, where the APIs are being over-pinged and they just crash, and then nothing's working, and then it goes back up, but then people all race back to the computer, and it happens all over again. Every single mainstream drop, with I think the most recent was the MLB, and that whole day sucked, and there was issues with the API updates for like weeks after that. So you're right, but that's also that isn't just you. That's encouraging every project to do that. So eventually, we'll see more projects building their own APIs out, and then there'll be, more options, for the protocols to take these actions out on than just right now. Atomic Hub's the only APIs people use. Like, I don't know anybody that's really doing their own anything right now because everything else they got to do.
Yeah, I think the NFT Hive is one that has its own API.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. I know what everybody's asking themselves in their mind's eye right now, right? Is when are you gonna pay Ken to get that NFT Blocks tattoo?
Oh my God, what? They don't even have to pay me. I'll just get it, dude. I use it every day.
That NB logo would look so cool somewhere. It almost looks like a little teardrop tattoo.
When they DAO out, I'll just submit a proposal.
That's funny. Let's vote on it. That's actually a good thing to do. It's not bad.
Yeah, let's drop it into the DAO, bro.
DAO it.
DAO it. Yeah,
DAO it.
DAO it.
Just DAO it.
But that's after we rebrand it, remember?
Do you think Nike would get pissed if we were saying just DAO it?
Ooh. I don't know. We're going to find out now because I ain't going to stop. That's actually really good.
We're just adding one letter to their thing. That's it.
We'll see you in parody court.
Yeah, see you in parody court.
Yeah, Weird Al Yankovic can be the judge.
Ooh. Can we get him on the show soon? When Weird Al on NFT Blocks?
He's doing NFTs.
Is he?
I'm sure of it. Somewhere out there.
He is an NFT. He's so original.
Sorry.
I know. We're weird.
So I'm actually curious about like the crypto scene though in general where you're at, because I know you're not in the states where me and Nathan are living. I don't know if you want the whole world knowing where you're at or whatever. I don't know. But is there like conferences happening? Are you going to be attending any conferences with like Alpaca Worlds or Nefty Blocks? Are you speaking at any events or doing any of that stuff?
Oh, I think we would love to, but there's nothing going on right now. At the moment in the Netherlands, everything is still locked down. They are starting to open again restaurants and some things, but yeah, there's still no conferences and nothing planned for this year. But we would love to attend something as soon as everything reopens. We will for sure start attending.
Yeah, I want
Whatever
to run into
conference
one
we
of
can
you
go
guys
to.
on the floor and hang out. I'd travel up, and take a ride on a plane to see us. But yeah, the lockdown has everything all boarded up. They got virtual
Yeah.
events though. I know Consensus is doing a virtual event this year. Wasn't there one just the other day that you spoke at, Nathan?
There was a Digicon.
Yeah, Digicon. They're doing them quite
Yeah.
frequently at this point.
Yeah,
Virtual events.
Splinterlands people are doing that, I think.
Yeah, shout out to Aggie and those guys. So yeah, maybe keep an eye out on those virtual events to get the word out there, because a lot of these Ethereum artists that use platforms like OpenSea and Rarible, they don't know you exist. And once I start to show them, Nifty blocks and how easy this, it's like, oh shit, this is like the Rarible of, Wax. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. So much easier, right? So much better. And then they're like, wait, why does it say free under? Because that's actually possible. You can do that on Wax. So it's a lot of these artists, really do start to fall in love with Wax NFTs through platforms like Nifty Blocks. So maybe start putting yourselves out there at these like Ethereum digital events, just to let people know that the alternatives like you exist.
Yeah, that's definitely something we need to do, and we haven't done it. To be honest, we haven't had the time to think about a lot of things since we. I think that since we started a couple of months ago, it has been non-stop working on this, and we haven't been able to stop and say, okay, let's plan what comes next. No, it has been a really crazy times.
Would you describe yourself as Wax maximalists?
Oh.
I had to.
I mean, would you build a platform like this for Ethereum, or would you only focus on Wax?
I see you use they could almost use something like this, so it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but what I see with Wax, it's the barrier. It's way lower. Like if you want to start developing on Wax, it's pretty easy. The resources, even though you still have to buy RAM or stake for CPU, it's also pretty cheap if you compare it with Ethereum. Also, the contract development, you can update the contracts. It has a lot of positive sides if you compare it to Ethereum.
Yes, on the other hand, you also have negative sides because there are way less developers for EOS IO than for Ethereum. But it has a lot of very good points. On the other hand, if you ask me, am I a Wax maximalist or an ETH maximalist? To be honest, I used to be an ETH maximalist, and my holdings are still mostly Ethereum, but now a large part is on Wax. I really believe in Wax, and I think it has a lot of potential of growing.
Especially when you look at the packs and Packonomics. Packonomics 3D. Don't forget to trademark it. But Packonomics alone is something that Ethereum, just is not as feasible. So I think that's like a superpower a lot of artists are sleeping on, is being able to sell these packs of art.
Just imagine the fees if you tried to open a pack with 25 NFTs inside. That would be crazy. Only on fees you will pay like $500 to open a pack.
That hurts, but it also is like, it hurts in two ways, because there's definitely people out there that are like, yeah, so who cares? Like, these Ethereum whales are burning ETH on gas, like they really don't care.
Many of them got ETH for like $1.50 though, or something.
You don't see rich people complaining about the price of gas for their Lambo
or their jet.
And that's how I feel a lot about with these these Ethereum whales not complaining about the price of gas on Ethereum. It's like they really don't care.
You've never had a billionaire not take their private jet somewhere because gas was going to be expensive.
But the price of RAM, like Jose mentioned, holy crap, it does start to add up, bro. And then the resources for staking start to add up as well. So, nothing in life is free, but at least it can be more
Right.
cost effective.
And I will say, as much of an Etherean as I am at times, I understand that the cost of use on Wax is like, even if it does add up, it's just at a minimum compared to
Oh, Miss
almost any
Team
other
Crypto
chain.
wants to know, where are the tutorials? Let me actually, do you have
Ooh.
any tutorials on Nifty Blocks?
She would be amazing at making some tutorials.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have them on a Medium page. So
Yeah,
if you go to Nifty Blocks, you see the
Oh, I
link
got
down.
it.
Yeah.
or go directly to niftyblocks.medium.com and you will see all the tutorials there.
Yeah, your website auto stretches, so I just had to super scroll down the browser to get to the bottom of the website. So it's not that many things, but if you scroll down until it stops auto loading, you'll get to the bottom of their website and it will say
Yeah.
tutorials right there on the bottom left. And I'll post that link right there. Boom. Got you, Ms. Team Crypto. Link is in the chat. Yep, got it. Sorry about that. Found it. So yeah, I used Nifty Blocks for all of my drops that you've seen today. The ones that have sold out, thank you so much for the support. There's only one, I believe, that has not sold out yet. And there's, halfway sold out. I'll post a link to that. But all those are atomic drops, but I did that on Nifty Blocks. And I'll probably be doing my Nifty drops from here on out because I have to start getting ready for Nifty packs. And yeah, might as well start with the drops first and start to get everybody familiar with it.
Nifty packs. Well, you guys should have a theme song. Nifty Blocks. Nifty Blocks. I think it would be good.
So did you know how
No.
disruptive yous were going to, become with the pack technology and the blending ease of use that you did? Because, the paywall to do it with Atomic Hub was almost extortionarily mob-like, right? Like, it felt like talking to the fucking mafia trying to see if you could do a pack drop on Atomic Hub. And then here come you guys like Robinhood, and you're like, yeah, you can just do it for free over here. And everybody went nuts, and all the people in my community are now able to do packs. So from all of them, I know from me to you, thank you so much for making pack technology so accessible to the average artist. But did you know how disruptive that was going to be to the ecosystem when you were designing it and developing it?
Yeah, what we thought of is, first we need to start with the drops because it's the easiest. Let's say it's the easiest way to start, and then something that it's more complicated that it should. And then the Atomic Packs contract was already out, and we just provided an interface for it, and that was it.
But we never thought it was going to be that let's say that successful so fast, because we said this is something we need, but we were not aware of how many people really needed this. So it's crazy, and it's also crazy that for Alpaca Awards, we are just going to use the packs for the first time this next Tuesday. Before that, we were not able to create packs for our own because we were fully focusing on Nifty Blocks and the community.
You guys are unsung heroes of the Wax ecosystem. Holy
Absolutely.
shit.
Yeah, does it feel good?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's it feel to finally be able to use it?
Yeah, you're providing a service to the community and also disrupting something that was so, I guess, just just such a barrier.
Yeah, I've seen people's growth in sales and collectors grow as well after they were able to finally get into being able to package their art or package what kind of gamification they were trying to create with that art. once they were able to do that, it helped them reach a level that would have been unobtainable otherwise. So, really are changing lives in that way, like what Nathan said earlier when he was touching on that, damn it, I forget the word you used now. What word
I
was
don't
it?
remember anything.
Damn it,
I don't
this
know what
guy.
I'm saying half the time, dude. Honestly.
Anyway, when he tried to get all deep on you and said you were changing the world, I think he really touched on it there, was with what you did by making packs and blending so easy. Like, people have really grown their collection, and the collectors have really like grown way more attached to what they're collecting due to it. So just, that's been badass. But yeah, I think it's something, in my opinion, that's pretty disruptive. Like, it disrupted the entire ecosystem for a good month, because everybody was doing packs and it was just chaos, and things were working, things weren't working, and it was just, to me, it was just so much fun, because nobody was really holding anybody up to any standards or expectations when things didn't work. It was almost like, sort of like a corral of like, all right, well, let's fix it as a community, because that's how it was. And I was just like really moved by how like that played out. And unfortunately, as this grows, people will just come into this space thinking, this is always the way it was, and not really know these growing pains. But the projects that I got to watch before they were able to do what you built with Nifty Blocks, and then after, what it has done for them, yeah, dude, it's just changed their lives for sure, as artists and the collectors as well. It's an amazing opportunity for people to be able to just go and be able to say, like, I have all this art, I don't want to have to do it one by one, and be able to sell like these, and pre-minted packs at that. I just recently started backing my NFTs with Wax, so now people are going to be able to play with backing NFTs, putting them in packs, and playing around with a lot of that. Like, that's a whole nother level that we haven't really seen people touch on, but I feel like, oh, there's a bird out my window. I have like attention things, but I just feel like
in? Did it get in?
No, it looked at
Oh my
me, and
God.
I was just like, "Yo, no, there's a screen there, bro. You see it?"
Don't. I do see it. Hey, bird.
Yeah. So anyway,
I
I got distracted. Now I don't know what to say.
It's okay. No, all that matters is that you guys are a disruptive force of good, and you're helping the community. And I think it would be really cool to see some llamas or anything related to an alpaca biting off the faces of the people that stopped people from using these pack features. And when are we going to pay as a community to get some of these bad boys unleashed on these faces of the oppressors? Are you planning that or not? The oppressors. I told you the end of this was going to get weird. I predicted this. Remember what happened at the beginning.
I don't even
can't talk
understand
about
your question, though.
I don't either. I think I'm just like, you should say something now.
Yeah, I got distracted by a bird. Nathan's distracted by life, and by the
There's a
chat.
lot going on.
The chat's here for it, so I love you all. I don't know. I guess I kind of went over as much as I could, because I mean, I don't really. Yeah, I'm just. I got to do my nifty drops after this and start working on my packs. I know you said you wanted to DAO out. That's got me wholeheartedly full on attention. I can't wait to see.
Very hard about that.
Within the next coming weeks, the Nifty Blocks DAO, and I guess I'll throw the little bit out here. A lot of the times when I talk to projects that are trying to figure out tokenomics, there's 3 things that you really should have to consider. Is your gamification, your utilization, and your security or governance. So sort of looking at like what Wax has done with Wax P, Wax E, and Wax G. Being able to create those 3 different assets to serve those 3 different purposes. Try to take that into consideration, when you're creating the DAO. There's no such thing as too many tokens when there's a whole lot of different positions for those roles to play.
Yeah, that's a good point. And now we are, we need to validate the ideas we already have with someone who has more experience in tokenomics. And this that you have brought up, the having different tokens for different purposes, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's
That
interesting.
definitely
It's
makes
like it's like Kama Sutra for governance.
Yeah, you just gotta bend it into a position that feels right.
You just gotta get the ankle behind the head somehow.
Mellow Fellow Boards, $5 super chat. Thank you so
Hey.
much for the donation. Said, weird, this is the best. Who wants to be normal? I told you the chat was here for it. I mean, this one goes out to you, Mellow Fellow Boards. Thank you very much for the donation.
I got one of these things.
So do you guys smoke? And if you do, indica or sativa?
Yeah.
No, we
No.
don't. Well, I don't. Smoke.
Good answer.
I quitted smoking like 15 years ago. So
Damn. Congrats. Do you view it as something that's kind of immature?
It is kind of like cracking a beer in most cultures, like really like a frat boy cracking a beer.
It's like you're gonna crack a beer at this business meeting? Wow, dude. Ballsy move.
Ballsy move.
I like the balls on this guy.
So let me get that link one more time up for the
Link it up,
chat
dude.
for the alpaca drop. You guys said you just did the one. Didn't you already have the drop? One drop? Am I wrong?
No, the drop is still not up. We will be, linking it soon, but
What
you
was
can
it
link
right
to
here,
the.
then? I saw something earlier. Yes. Oh, it says out of stock right here. The
Yeah,
promo
those are
the
stickers.
sticker drops.
Got
Yeah.
you.
Those are the stickers. There will be a sticker drop tonight. I think it's a free drop.
Sticker drop. We all
Oh,
love
yep, it is free. Let me grab a link right here for the chat. Hey, set an alarm, pin that right there, and posted the link in the chat. Oh, wow, there's only 1,000 of these promo sticker 5 available, one claim per person. So
That's
as long as
wacky.
you're one of the first 1,000 people to claim it, it'll be a free NFT. And then right here you can see that it has the description for the Italy alpacs. Alpacs. Oh, you guys are punny. I just noticed you did that.
We had to.
Yeah, I know you had to, but I didn't even. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to. Yeah, that's professional right there. 2 different packs are going to be available, varying from 10 cards to 25 cards per pack. So go ahead and check out the drop. The link is. Oh wait, actually no. There's a Telegram. So join their Telegram. Let me grab the link right there for the Telegram for the community. Link is right there in the chat. Join
Is your
Alpaca
Telegram a
Worlds.
dust miner?
Oh yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
question.
Yes, there's a dust
Yes,
miner in the
there's a
Telegram
dust
group.
miner in the Alpaca Works Telegram. Indeed.
Yes.
So are you going to be using your Nifty blocks to do Alpaca World drops for dust?
Dust is a
Yeah,
must.
You can do that. That's already
No, but
available,
will you do that?
In Dust we trust.
in Dust We Trust.
Yeah, would you accept dust for Alpaca World drops or only wax?
Right now, for these ones, only wax. But we could create one for Dust.
Because eventually, I would assume when you create your DAO and start to create these tokens, you would probably have a option to list drops for Nifty tokens or whatever they might be called. That way, when Alpaca Worlds does a drop in the future, maybe it'll be able to accept some of those tokens from the DAO over at Nifty blocks.
Yeah. Dust is like Wax's little cousin or something in some weird way. Like it's something that we just love. It's like what Doge is to Bitcoin in a
Yeah,
weird
that's
way.
how I see it. It's like the Doge
Yeah.
of NFTs.
I love it.
Yeah, but that's something we can definitely have. And there's something in the upcoming features that Jose didn't mention, and it's that we will soon also release drops with proof of ownership. So, for example, if you have a certain amount of dust or a certain amount of wax or whatever token you decide, we will be able to say you can only participate in this drop if you hold this coin, or if you hold an NFT from this collection, or if you hold these specific templates. So that's also something that that is coming very soon.
That is epic, but damn
Very
it, I
cool.
hate when people give me an inch and I'm like, yeah, but now I'm about to take a whole mile, okay?
Give me a mile.
Give me a mile now. How do we start to prevent these bots from getting my drops? I'm sick of it, and
Ooh.
I've tried whitelisting and I've tried the captchas. How is
Seriously.
there anything that, like, Jose, is there anything that you've thought of maybe that might be able to make it harder for these bots to get the drops on people that are actually trying to buy it genuinely?
Yeah, Jose, when will the madness stop?
I think honestly the best solution at the moment is whitelisting or captcha. That's yeah. I mean, like you see some projects like Our Planet, or like the drop yesterday from from the Horrors. There was a whitelisted drop at the beginning, and it was very limited. Just 300 and 150 addresses were listed. So I think that's a good way of doing it. And the captcha, as annoying as it is, it works in the end.
It does.
So is it
I hate it.
possible to build a blacklist and
Ooh, like
because
the
that's-
show.
You can build a blacklist, but then it's a race because you can create an account so easily on Wax. So yeah, you'll probably blacklist one, and then you will just create another one, and you will have to blacklist that one. And so the whitelist is better.
Yeah, I guess. The whitelist kind of messes me up, though, in that sense of, like, it feels like, I don't know, like, Martha Stewart went to jail for shit that looked less fucked up than that. You know what I mean? It's like, you're only going to let 300 of your friends buy these assets, and then they're going to sell them to all the other thousands of people? It's like, I don't know. I know it's not illegal, but it sounds like it should be. But that's
She was just
only
talking
because
about stocks with her
because I'm
friend.
usually not one of the 300 people that get in on the whitelist, because I'm either A, too busy, and I never end up doing the simple thing that it takes to get on the whitelist, or
Yeah.
B, I just genuinely like forgot and or
Lazy.
did something wrong and didn't get on the list. So yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of the people that don't that get it kind of just feels like that insider trading thing for like NFTs. And I'm not a huge fan of the whitelist, but you're right. It seems like the only thing that can stop the bots. I just didn't know if there was a better captcha or something that we could integrate, or like a multi captcha or something that would just waste the bot's time or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something we were discussing this morning, but we were not able to find a good solution, because I think having something that is friendlier than the captcha but hard enough for bots to solve, that would be good. Because to be honest, with the captcha, having this, find the bicycles, and if I miss one bicycle, then I have all the fire hydrants.
Yeah.
And then if not, the bridges. And then the drop is out of stock. And I
Yeah,
was
the
not
people
able to
fuck
claim-
up more than the bots fuck up.
Yeah.
That's what I say, yeah. And the chat said the same thing. The whitelist it sucks. To me, it almost prevents me from getting a new collector. I found that's the other thing too. You'll see something and you go, oh, I want that, and you'll be like, oh, it's whitelist only. Damn, I didn't know. And I think
weird.
if I were to do that with my art, it would just prevent people that were just the first time they ever saw me. I just from that day said, hey, you're not good enough, to buy my stuff from me. Doesn't
I wish
feel...
there was a way for the NFT to sense that it was bought by a bot and then just burn itself.
Yeah, but like you said, it's too easy to create these accounts.
Yeah.
That's all. And you know what's funny is, I mean, we all complain about this, me included, but if you try to get like sneakers from Nike, there's bots for that.
Same thing.
You know what I mean?
Like
Even Nike can't
PlayStation,
figure out
anything.
exactly. It happened exactly with PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
All of them were bought by bots from Walmarts and Targets, and still to
People were
this
just
day,
like, I don't care now.
it's too hard to buy
Yeah.
one. It's impossible. Bots bought them all up.
Screwed things up for sure.
So yeah, it's even at that level for the mainstream. So I don't know. I just wanted to mention it because, like I said, you gave me an inch there. I wanted to try to go for a mile and figure out like how do I prevent these bots. And I know that it's an easy little toggle to turn on the caption, and it's very easy to create the whitelist on Nifty blocks.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
Anything?
I saw it
Bird's
too.
back. Yeah. Anything you guys want to talk about before we
I
wrap
can't
things
help
up?
it. I went right to that bird. He's the star of the show. Anyway.
Dare you?
Get out of here.
All right. So yeah, anything else that we wanted to go over before we wrap things up? I posted the link to the Alpaca World's Telegram website and upcoming Nifty Blocks drops for the Alpaca Worlds. Anything else that we wanted to go over before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just yeah. People just go and try Nifty Blocks. Yeah, you will be amazed. And
It's free.
if you, yeah, it's free. A lot of things will come. Maybe not all of them will still be free, but yeah.
It's free for now.
Yeah, and things that you see right now will stay free. I don't think that will ever
Yeah.
change. But yeah, just use it, and if you have suggestions, let us know, and join the Telegram channel and yeah, interact with us.
Hell yeah. Other than seeing
Yeah.
a Ken alpaca, I'm super satisfied with
Oh,
it.
that would be
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw a beard and dreads and a face tattoo on one of your alpacas and call it a
Alpacan. Alpacan.
No,
That might
Bropaca.
happen.
Bropaca.
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 Bropaca for sure.
Bropaca.
All right, Jose, Juan, thanks.
Just one
Thank you.
last thing there that I just wanted to hint over. There will in the alpacas there will be a coin, and for those who get the alpacas, that coin might have something to do with the token that we will release for Nifty Blocks in the upcoming weeks. So maybe it's worth holding one over there.
Okay, I love it. Crossbreeding, cross-pollination. I love it. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got more 3D. Thanks again, Douglas, for I love it. Appreciate all your comments in the chat. Miss Team Crypto, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you, Katoshi. Let's see, we got D&B in the house as always. Thank you, Gabriel. Thanks again, Smart Digital Payments and Mellow Fellow Boards for your super chats. The
mellow.
donations are very much appreciated.
Thank yous.
Oh yeah, I gotta call my mom. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta call my mom. She's in the
it.
comments. She just said, "Don't forget." All right, love you guys. Gotta go.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Have a day.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, happy bro bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.